Hello, this is feedback on Timmie's character Drusilla. Um, we certainly get a very vivid physical description of Drusilla. I think I'd recognise her if she walked into the room. I think that is a little bit over-presented in this description, though, because whilst we know how she comes over physically, it's not quite so clear why she is presenting herself in this way. So she's quite overtly sexual. She's exuding self-confidence. She's wanting attention, but whilst that's all really clear, we're not quite understanding why she's doing these things. It's unclear whether something has happened to Drusilla along the way. She starts out as this woman who's got a first-class degree and is described as an unassuming genius and has a kind of photographic eidetic type memory. However, has she chosen to work as a waitress, or have circumstances led her to working as a waitress? That's not really clear as to whether her current kind of lifestyle is one of choice or one of necessity, and we don't quite understand why she's in the situation she's in. Again, there's perhaps a little bit of contradiction in the description, and sometimes that can be a good thing, but I think here it leads to some confusion. So on the one hand, she's an unassuming genius, and on the other hand, she's opinionated, and there's not a kind of vacillation between the two, which would be interesting. They're just kind of bold statements. So I'm kind of struggling to understand what's going on for Drusilla. Her drinking seems to be quite a major feature here, and this for me was perhaps the most interesting aspect of the character, and the one that could lead towards her having a bit more depth if it's developed. So, for instance, she describes Sambuca as her best friend at university, and then later on she's described as kind of a heavy drinker, a party girl, and she is very adamant that she knows how to lead her life to best. However, if this character is going to become more interesting for the audience, perhaps the whole issue of her drinking and a health scare, etc., could kind of mix things up a bit in relation to how the audience see Drusilla, because unless something else is going on with her, there's a danger that she could become a caricature, I think, rather than a character. So there's a lot of potential. For Drusilla to develop as a character, but I think some work perhaps needs to be done on those aspects of the characterisation, as otherwise she might just come over as obnoxious and really not have any depth.